You are now listening to Timebite, hosted by me, Stephen Clark. Hope you enjoy the podcast. Hey there, everybody. It's your boy Steve. Once again, for Timebite episode 109. I want to thank everyone for just being here at this point, because 100 episodes is crazy enough as it is, but now I'm hitting 110. So, that's pretty cool. But today, I'm bringing back someone I had a long time ago. I had him on episode 35. That's a long time ago. But he is
It was a long time ago.
And he's back. I am back with NBA Jam, the book, also known as Reyan Ali. How you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me on again. It's so exciting. Good for you, man. 109, that's a big number. Like, well, not necessarily like 109 specifically, but the fact that you've crossed 100 and you're almost 110, man, good for you. And before we got on, we're talking about Psycho Sid and Sabu as guests yours. Man, congratulations. I'm so glad that you're making moves.
Hey, thanks a lot, man. I try to make this podcast not for myself, but for people like you who like you told me before we got on air, you need something to listen to and you need to work. That's what I'm hoping I can do.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And hopefully at some point somebody is going to be like half paying attention to this and working while listening to this someday. It'll all come full circle.
Yeah, and no, I forgot to tell you before we went on air. The guest I had before you came on the first time, I had do you know that guy in AEW, Vance Archer?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he used to be in WWE also underneath a different name, right?
Yeah, he was my fourth episode.
Wow, look at you! You're hustling, man. I did see that one time when you're like I think you tagged Seth Rollins on Twitter and it was like, hey, you want to come on? Like I see you out there making moves. You know, you're hustling out there. You're hustling the brand. Good for you.
Wait, I tagged Seth Rollins one time?
Yeah, I swear to God, you did. Yeah, I remember. Like, I think pretty sure it was Seth Rollins, and it was like you just tagged him and said, "Hey, man, you want to come on Timebite? I got a podcast," or something like that. Well, it was like underneath like a random Seth Rollins post. I think it was Seth Rollins.
Here's the thing I found out. It's that I can't be asking WWE guys anymore because I emailed one of the wrestlers in the UK division. His name is Flash Morgan Webster, and he's in NXT UK, and he told me that because of his WWE contract, he because of his contract, he can't like show up on my podcast because it's not WWE related. Like, or I'm not affiliated with the company somehow, so he can't come on. So that's my general assumption for all of them now. So
I'm sorry to hear that, dude. Yeah, I know that it's been happening. I've been reading about that happening with other podcasts and projects too. I mean, when WWE wants to crack down, they can really crack down.
Yeah, well, I mean, I tried getting Heath Slater on, but he's not responding to me. But
yeah. Dude, I interviewed Heath Slater once. He's a good dude, so I bet if you ever got him, he would be a blast to talk to. Such a good dude. Yeah, he even like cut a promo as Heath Slater at the end of the call, even though it's just me listening and I'm not going to ever print it anywhere. He was like, be sure to see WWE Raw when it comes to Richmond, Virginia this Friday. And, because I'm about to go out there and I'm about to beat up Wade Barrett or whomever he was talking about at the time, like whomever he was feuding with. So he cut a promo during our interview where it was just him and me over the phone. It was pretty funny.
That's awesome. So let's just get to it, man. I mean, the book is now out. You ever since I talked to you, the book has now come out, and you finally got to touch it. You finally got to flip the pages on your fresh new book, and it's out there. How was the what's the word? Like, what was the
response? The reception?
Yeah, the reception.
Yeah. Man, it's been crazy good. It's been actually even better. I mean, I always knew it was going to be good because I know that there's an interest out there for this, but it's been super good. I mean, I'm up to almost 97 reviews on Goodreads. I've got like 44 Amazon reviews. Like the lowest review I've got is like a few 3 out of 5s over on Goodreads. The rest is all 4 out of 5s, 5 out of 5s. It's amazing, man. IGN covered it the other day, or not the other day. This was a few weeks ago, but Retronauts, this other big podcast, covered it just yesterday. I'm seeing like shout outs in different places. Like the book made a cameo on Cinemassacre, the AVGN's channel, the Angry Video Game Nerd. Yeah, it's in the background of some shots of some other stuff that they were doing. So I've been like really getting it out there. I did a panel back in January. 50 people showed up. This was over at MagFest. 50 people showed up. It was the coolest thing. So it's so weird, man. People like will wait in line to want to talk to me. And they will, they'll be like, oh, I really love the book. I've got somebody who's read it like 4 times. I made a sale today to Puerto Rico. So shout out to my guy in Puerto Rico who bought the book today. So it's crazy. Like people around the world, Venezuela, Canada, Mexico, Spain, England, all over the States. Canadians love NBA Jam too. It's been really great, man.
And also I also got to bring up, because we cannot ignore this, that during this time too, since the last time I had you on and right now, Arcade One Up just recently, like months ago, released that they're bringing out an NBA Jam cabinet with internet connection, so you're able to play with all your boys around the world in your favorite basketball game.
Dude, I can't believe that. I am so psyched for that. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'll be able to get a cabinet on day one. Actually, maybe I should use some of that stimulus money. I still got some stimulus money left. But yeah, no, that thing looks so good, and it's so exciting that it's finally happening. Like, I remember that was teased back. That was been teased for a long time. So now it's going to be real. Although I don't know what kind of rosters will be in there. Like, will it actually all be the original games, or will the rosters be kind of different? Who's going to be out? Like, none of that is public so far.
But I mean, technically, no. I mean, can't you technically get a cab day one? You did make NBA Jam the book.
I appreciate that. Yeah, no. I'm trying to contact Arcade One Up, and I've been in touch with them. I've sent over a couple copies to them, and they've been reading it, and they really like it. They said that they were thinking like, what kind of ideas do you have? But I sent them some stuff, but I haven't heard anything. So maybe something will materialize. Maybe it won't. Hopefully it will. But yeah, no, I'm thinking I'm definitely going to have to get a cabinet. Like, that thing looks amazing. I've got one of the Street Fighter 2 ones right over here where I'm sitting.
Yeah.
And it's cool. Yeah. It's very cool. Do you have any of them?
No, I don't have any of them right now, but I want to get the Golden Tee one.
Ooh, Golden Tee. That's a good choice. That's a deep cut. Yeah. Dude, Golden Tees, I'm terrible at Golden Tee. Like, I'm just total trash at Golden Tee. And I was playing with a friend, and he just wiped the floor with me, and it was embarrassing. And he was trying to teach me. I was like, man, Golden Tee's super cool, but I'm awful at it.
But who's your speaking of Arcade One Up, who's your favorite NBA team again?
Favorite NBA team. So it's got to be, especially from back in the day, it's got to be the Supersonics, RIP. The Jazz are up there. I mean, I love the Timberwolves, but yeah, it's got to be the Supersonics and Jazz from the original Jam games.
Can you imagine if they listened to your responses and everything you sent them, and they put you as a sprite in the game as like an Easter egg for your book?
Oh my God, that's one of my long-term goals. That's one of my long-term dreams, is that somehow I get involved in NBA Jam. That would be incredible. Yeah. So I mean, you never know, man. It's crazy some of the stuff that I've gotten and the people that I've heard from. Like, the response is crazy. People really love NBA Jam, and I think the fact that there hasn't been any NBA Jam products means that, like, my book is like the first NBA Jam thing to come out in forever. So there's all that love for NBA Jam that's not going anywhere, that people are like, oh, okay, I love NBA Jam, and your book is the next best thing, or the thing that's happening now. So it's super cool, man. But God, if I forgot to be the game, I would probably freak out. I would have like a geek panic attack of some kind or something, or like just go nuts. That would be amazing.
Yeah, because I'm like you with Guitar Hero. I'm like, yeah. When it comes to Guitar Hero, I'm like that's like my thing. Like, you have NBA Jam, I have Guitar Hero, and I love that series.
Yeah, Guitar Hero is awesome. Did you ever play any of the old Konami guitar games that predated Guitar Hero a little bit, like Guitar Freaks?
I I don't think so.
I've heard about them and I've seen them before. I don't know too much about the differences between them and Guitar Hero, but I've always been kind of curious as to like what did Guitar Hero take from Guitar Freaks, but what does Guitar Freaks have on its own? So, yeah, you should check out Guitar Freaks. That was a cool time period for Konami.
Yeah, because I heard that Guitar Hero is inspired off some Japanese guitar game that brought to the States, and then they used that concept for Guitar Hero.
Yeah, I think it's Guitar Freaks is that one. It was definitely a Konami game. Like I think it was like the pioneer, but that said though, I'm not sure. Maybe not.
Well, I'm pretty.
But man, it's cool. Yeah.
But I'm sure, right? If you want to, right now, you can tell me like literally every single NBA Jam game that has been made.
Oh, God, yes, I could. That's yeah, it's weird, man. Like I feel like I legitimately know more about NBA Jam than anybody else on earth. And it's not like I'm just the coolest guy ever or whatever, but it's just because I spent 4 years working on it, and I got to talk to everybody from top to bottom, to the fans, to the people who developed it, to the players. And spent so many hours talking about it, and I've learned so much. I feel like I am the first ever jamologist. I should put jamologist as my job title, because that's what I am. Like I know my NBA Jam. I love my NBA Jam. So yeah, man, I know a lot about NBA Jam. Probably too much.
Tell us, tell our lovely listeners here all the games that are in the NBA Jam series.
All right. Okay. Wow. Okay. Let's see. Let's start off with NBA Jam Tournament Edition, NBA Jam '99. Oh no. Then you got NBA Jam Extreme, of course. NBA Showtime for Midway, NBA Hang Time for Midway, NBA Maximum Hang Time, NBA Jam '98, NBA Jam '99, NBA Jam 2000. 2003 NBA Jam by EA in 2009 or 2010, 2011 NBA Jam On Fire Edition. You've got NBA Jam for mobile iOS somewhere in there. You've got the Tiger game, that piece of junk.
Yeah.
I think I covered all the big ones, so there's a whole lot of them.
But like, is that all of them though? Is that all the games?
Yeah, that's pretty much all the games. They just made so many conversions of the home and tournament edition games. Like they had like the Sega CD version, and then the Jaguar version, the PlayStation version, et cetera, and along with the famous 16-bit ones. But there's not like a whole ton of games. It's more like there's probably maybe 8, 9, 10 official NBA Jam games, and the rest of them are like adaptations. Like there's a reason there's a lot of NBA Jam out there is because they just milked those original two dry.
What's the difference between all of those, though? Between all of those NBA Jam games? I mean, like, is it basically the first NBA Jam, but it's just with a fancy title?
Yeah. Well, in the first NBA Jam, you have the original guys at Midway developing it. So you have the guys who are just working down the hall from the Mortal Kombat team, like Mark Trammell and Sal DeVita. Sal DeVita was Nightwolf in Mortal Kombat 3, also Sector on Cyrax and Smoke. But you had those guys developing the game. And then later on, you have Acclaim take over the license, and they kind of ruined it. And I get into that in the book, is that how like NBA Jam was like once upon a time a huge thing, but when the late '90s hit, nobody was playing NBA Jam anymore. So yeah, there's a big difference. Those early ones definitely had that Midway magic. The later ones didn't.
What's an NBA Jam Extreme? What makes it extreme?
Oh geez, oh gosh, it's got 4 buttons instead of the 3 buttons that NBA Jam has. So NBA Jam has, I think it's Turbo's, it's always its own thing. And then you've got shoot slash steal. And then you've got pass / whatever the other one is that I'm forgetting. Or, anyways, I forget all the buttons. I should probably know this off the top of my head. But the NBA Jam Extreme version has 4 buttons instead. Now there's a new Extreme button. So you've got Turbo and you've got Extreme. And you've got them like saying different things, like, in NBA Jam they say he's on fire, but in NBA Jam Extreme they say I smell smoke. Before he's on fire, instead of he's heating up, they say I smell smoke. Marv Albert says it, and it's really like it doesn't really go over the same way. Yeah, not a great game, honestly. Yeah, and it was like pretty much It was a failure at the arcade. It was a failure at home. The critics hated it. Somebody said, like, there was like a GameSpot review that ran in like 1997 or 8 when it came out. So it was like early days of the internet, at least for the video game community on the internet. And one of the headline was like, I want to jam this game through my TV, like, or something like that. Just, it was really unkind. So people do not like NBA Jam Extreme. It was kind of sad how it all ended up.
Were you a fan of Tekken? Was Tekken a game you liked?
Man, I have to say Tekken 3, especially. Tekken 1, I thought it was really ugly. Like, I can kind of appreciate it, but it's super early 3D and very blocky. Tekken 2 is pretty cool. Tekken 3 is where my heart is. Tekken 3, Tekken Tag Tournament, Tekken 4. Yeah, man. What about you? Are you a big Tekken guy?
I love Tekken. I want to get all the games. I literally, I have 2, 3, 4, and 7, but I gotta get the rest of them.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what the coolest thing is that near my work, so I work in Columbus, Ohio, and the part of woods that I work in, you know, if I go out to lunch from there, there's actually a restaurant that's walking distance from my office that has a Tekken 3 arcade cabinet, and it's in good shape. It's in this Mexican restaurant. It's amazing, dude. So I can play Tekken 3 on my lunch break.
Is that what you do all the time?
I don't do it enough. I've definitely done it before. Not on my lunch break, but if we have a team meeting over there or, like, you know, have a happy hour, I just end up leaving and starting to go play some Tekken by myself. So, who's your Tekken character? Like, who are your mains?
Paul.
Oh, yeah.
That's my guy. That's my guy, man.
Yeah, man.
Who's your guy?
He's got great hair, but man, I'm basic. I gotta say, I really loved Jin. I love Eddie Gordo. I like when it comes to playing as Kazuya, that's always fun too. I don't know, Ling Xiaoyu is pretty cool also. There's a lot of them. And love Yoshimitsu also. I'm terrible as Yoshimitsu, but what a great character. So I got a question for you. Yeah. Whose hair is better? Paul from Tekken or Guile from Street Fighter?
Paul. Guile is too short.
Really? Dude, Guile's his head looks like a brush. It's like a painting brush or something that you use to clean your floor with, all right? When he's got his haircut trimmed up nice. So, man, I think that's pretty impressive. All right, okay. No. You like Paul's digitized hair, his 3D hair?
His hair is a lot nicer. I mean, Guile looks like, I don't know how to explain that, but Paul looks more realistic in hair.
Okay. I'm gonna have to post this on Twitter. We're gonna have to see what people think.
Yeah, dude. No, tag me in it. Tag me in it.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, I'm definitely gonna do that. Yeah. Who has better hair? My vote's got to be Guile, but man, too. Yeah.
How about what you thought about, like, you know, Tekken 7?
I've not played Tekken 7. I've not gotten the chance. I'm so behind, man. There's so many games I want to play. Like, even like, let's say I love Mortal Kombat. I've played MKX like for 5 minutes. I want to catch up with so many games. I'm so behind.
How would you feel if, like, they were, like, in your city, like they were like they had like a thing where they had people trying out to say boom shakalaka, and you like freaking went in there to be like, oh, like and who and like the and whatchamacallit, they do that, and you go there and do it, and whoever they think is the best, they put in the game, and by the time the game comes out, they don't tell anyone because they want to make it a complete surprise, and you play the game and you hear you. How would that feel like?
That would be incredible. You know, that actually happened to somebody involved in the game, right?
It did?
Yeah, man. Have you ever heard of Air Dog?
Is he some kind of like music artist or something?
No. He was this kid who is a secret character in, I think it was the original NBA Jam on Super Nintendo. So his dad worked at Acclaim, and his dad is this marketing executive. So this kid's like, let's say 8, 9, 10, 11, like real little kid.
Yeah.
Anyways, his dad worked at Acclaim and would sometimes like put him in the game as like little Easter eggs. or put them in like, for a thank you. And one day his dad also really loves to take photographs. So if his dad took a picture of him, it wasn't a big deal. So one day his dad says, like, to Eric, this little kid, he says, I want you to, stand here. Let me take a few photographs of your head. So Eric says, sure. And then later on, when NBA Jam comes out, his dad tells him, like, hey, you're an NBA Jam. You're Air Dog in there. Air being short, Eric, Air is short for Eric.
Yeah.
So he's Air Dog in there. And then he plays as himself in there, and he had no idea who's going to be an NBA Jam until it was all pretty much a done deal. So that actually happened to him. Can you imagine that, man?
Yeah, I haven't played. I played NBA Jam, but it was a long time ago. But I was like, man, I would, if that was me, I would be like, holy crap, I'm in a game. I'm in a video game.
I'm in a game, yeah, especially in the 90s when it's a really big deal. I mean, like, think about this. You can do all kinds of hacks, and there's hacks and mods, and there's creative player modes. Like, you didn't have this in the 90s. So when you're in the game, it's especially a big deal that you're in the game. Like, because nobody else is going to be in the game. They can't even put themselves in the game if they wanted to.
But how do you get these characters? Like, how do you, like, these secret characters in the game, how do you get to them?
You just unlock them. So there's all these different codes for them. So you got to enter the code just right to get Air Dog. Like Bill Clinton's in the game. Al Gore's in the game. You've got George Clinton from Parliament Funkadelic. Will Smith, DJ Jazzy Jeff. I mean, all these guys are all over these games. So it's pretty cool that there's so much lore over there.
Can you imagine, like, NFL Jam, MLB Jam, and NHL Jam?
That would be cool. Midway kind of did that, though. They did NFL Blitz. They did MLB Slugfest, NHL Hits, or NHL Open Ice. Like, they did a lot of games that were kind of like that, too.
What do you think of those games, though? Like, what do you think of, like, the other games that were kind of like NBA Jam-ish with the other sports?
I loved them. I really thought it translated well because, one thing is that there's a lot of people out there that they want to play sports games, but they don't really want to mess around with, like, thinking up stats or, like, being realistic or calling plays or anything like that or, fiddling around with different camera angles. They just want to play, like, a fun game. And that's what those Midway games were. So, yeah, I really love them, and I think they really hold up. I mean, especially NFL Blitz. I mean, that game had a whole franchise of its own.
What do you thought about the Neo Geo?
Oh, dude, love the Neo Geo. How can you not, man? You got King of Fighters, Metal Slug, Fatal Fury, Samurai Showdown. It just keeps on going and going.
I love
that.
I love that. I love
dude,
that console, man.
It's so good. SNK overall, what a great company. What's your favorite Neo Geo franchise or SNK franchise?
Oh man, it's hard to choose one. Can I name off a couple?
You can go a couple. I'll allow a couple, but not any more than that.
All right, I love Metal Slug. I love King of Fighters. I love Fatal Fury. I love Art of Fighting.
Whoa! I said two, buddy. I said two. I noticed you crossing the line over there. There's so many great games, though. Yeah, it's so tough to choose. So for me, Fatal Fury's got to be there. Like Fatal Fury 2 is a game I had for my Genesis or my Mega Drive, which is the European version.
Yeah,
that's what I played growing up, and I love Fatal Fury 2.
Yeah, but what's this?
Great.
What's that?
Such a great series, man. Like, and the art is just amazing.
Yeah, but let's be honest. The ports of the SNK games to like a Super Nintendo or a Genesis will never be like the Neo Geo version.
Oh yeah, no. They won't ever be like the Neo Geo version, no. But it's a close enough approximation. Like, with those NBA Jam home ports, they're totally different from the arcade version. If you play the arcade version, you're getting the real experience. If you play the home ports, you're kind of getting an imitation. Or not an imitation, but you're getting a different version of it. So, yeah, no, it definitely wasn't the same. But, man, I would love to have a Neo Geo console. Do you have a Neo Geo console?
What do you think I'm rich?
Yeah, I don't know. You never know. What if you can always have all kinds of weird things around. Like I've got, for example, I have this random Sega Sports Dreamcast that my that my wife's friend gave me. Like she had a Sega Sports branded Dreamcast that I now own. She was like, I don't want this Dreamcast anymore. I was like, wow, are you serious? Okay, sure. So you never know. Weird stuff can happen. So that said, though, you got to put the Neo Geo on the bucket list up there with that arcade 1-up cabinet.
Well, here's the other thing. I mean, like, I don't have the actual thing, but they released a Neo Geo Mini like 2 years ago, and they made a European version and an American version. I have the American version, but now there's a very, very rare Christmas edition that has all the games on the European version and all the games on the American version put onto one, and they released it for Christmas, and it came with the thing itself, 2 controllers, HDMI, just like it came with like everything, and you didn't have to buy it extra. It just came in the box, and
that's all.
And the whole thing is red and gold because Christmas, and it's
that's super cool. Yeah, I missed out on this. I did hear about this Neo Geo Mini, but not these different editions.
Yeah, so like it's very rare, and when you do find it, it's really expensive. And so if you want to get it, just get your version, and then or if you want to shell out the money, which I'm pretty sure you can with your NBA Jam the book money.
Oh my! I love this. Wait, I also feel like last time, didn't you make like some prediction that I was going to be like a millionaire or something? I feel like we had this conversation too. It's all coming back to me. I feel like we had something like that.
I think so, but I feel
yeah.
But if you're NBA Jam the book money, you can probably buy Neo Geo.
Oh yeah, yeah, man. I'm out here flexing, all right. Yeah, with my NBA Jam money, I'm just got stacks on stacks. Okay, you can't. Yeah, it's just a fortress. You know those? You see those people with the stacks of money that they hold up like telephones? Yeah. That's what I'm doing right now. That's the phone I've got. Yeah, I'm talking into a stack of $100 bills right now with that NBA Jam book money, baby.
No, but for real though, for legitimate, are you actually getting the money back for what you sell?
Yeah, no. So we're still, it's still early on with the money stuff too, because with the way book contracts work, don't have the full picture just yet. I'm about to find out soon, but no, man, yeah, business has been brisk. It's interesting. I don't make, I sell these autograph copies. I don't make very much from them, but it's still cool to do this, and in some ways, like, not to be too corny, but it's not about the money to some degree. It's just so cool to have people be so interested in it and want to read the story. Yeah, it's been selling well. I'm definitely not a millionaire, barely a thousandaire. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying you're doing it for the money. I never thought of it that way, but like,
oh no. I know what you meant.
But wouldn't it be cool for you to quit your day job just to sell the book?
Oh my God, are you kidding me? That would be incredible. I don't see it happening. Unfortunately, like I would need like Shaq to go and like plug my book for like 2 days for something like that to happen. So I don't know if I could ever be able to quit my job to just sell the book and hang out on Twitter and Instagram. But man, that's the dream. Maybe with book 2, I'll be able to do that. Who knows?
There's a second book coming now?
Oh man, I'm already working on it. Well, I've been working on it a bit. I haven't really dove all the way in, but I want to do something very different for my next book, and it's kind of scarier to me that working on the second book versus the first one, because I was like, I know everybody's going to like NBA Jam, but the second one is going to have more of me in it. So I'm like, we're going to have to see what's going to happen, but I have a really good feeling about it too.
I hope one day I make it in one of your books. That'd be really cool.
You make what?
No, hopefully one day I make it into one of your books. It's just like, oh, but Cyber Timebite was awesome to be on. I mean, I'm not trying to brag I'm not trying to be like, oh, brag about me. I'm just saying that I think that'd be like pretty cool to get like noted. Yes,
that would be cool. Yeah, you got to make those. You got to be part of NBA Jam history or something. So I have to mention you, like, Steven, who you know best from Cyber Timebite. He's now responsible for remaking NBA Jam in the year 2020. So yeah, maybe that's your path. Hey, if you do that, I'll definitely put you in the next book.
What if I say like boom shakalaka?
Hey, we already have somebody out here saying boom shakalaka. You got to do something new, man. You have to bring something new to the table. I already have Tim Kitzrow here doing boom shakalaka.
Well, I mean, like, what else new can I add to the NBA Jam table that hasn't already been done?
Well, I don't know. That's why you got to think of it. That's why I got to put you in the book. Yeah, you're gonna have to think about it. So, yeah, that's not. Hey, this is on you, buddy.
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, like NBA Jam Dungeons and Dragons edition.
Okay. All right.
And
spitballing over here. I like it.
Do you know how in Dungeons and Dragons you have the dice and you roll it and you get like D20s or whatever? Sure. Why as if you're like playing Dungeons and Dragons, but you're playing it so fast to keep up with like NBA Jam speeds.
Wow. That would be insane. And I kind of want to see it happen now.
And then you flip the page,
yeah.
and then you roll your dice, and you get like a 1, and they say, "Ooh, that's a boom shakalaka for you, kid."
Oh, ooh! Look at this. You're coming up with some ideas here, man. Yeah, you got to be part of NBA Jam history with this stuff.
Yeah, but I don't know how much that would actually work though. It probably wouldn't work, but.
It'd probably be fun for like 5 minutes, and after about 5 minutes, you'd be like, "Man, why can't we just play Dungeons and Dragons the regular way?" But you know what? For the boom shot, like the NBA Jam Dungeons and Dragons crossover, that would be pretty cool. I'd be there for that, man.
I mean, like there's Dungeons and Dragons pinball, so
Dungeons and Dragons basketball, yeah, not a bad idea, right?
Yeah, no. I said there's Dungeons and Dragons pinball already.
Right. No. Yeah, and you're saying pinball, so I'm saying how about Dungeons and Dragons basketball with NBA Jam Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
That would be pretty cool, man. Yeah.
Have you ever played D&D before?
I'm not a D&D guy, no. It's one of those things I've had friends that have played, and I've said, "Oh, that looks kind of cool," but that's the extent of it. So I don't know. Something about RPGs, those kinds of RPGs, board games, they kind of scare me off. I'm like, looks like a lot to learn. So I tend to keep my distance from those. Like I don't really think I've got the patience for it.
How about so like, has there ever been an NBA Jam pinball machine ever made? Because everything has a pinball machine now.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, there were a couple of iterations of that. Now, it wasn't officially NBA Jam, but there was a game that Midway put out called NBA Fast Break, like 96, 97. That was, that's definitely basically NBA Jam in pinball form. And then several years later, this company called Stern Pinball out of Chicago, they made it a pinball game called NBA, and it had Tim Kistro doing the voice. So it had Mr. Boom Shakalaka doing the voice for the pinball game. So there is that kind of stuff out there, yeah.
Because maybe
NBA Jam pinball.
Maybe it can't happen this year because NBA Midwest got canceled because of the virus. It's going to be canceled by the virus, I know. But for 2021, I should get you out here somehow for a convention, and we should do this live in front of people, and just that would be awesome, wouldn't it?
Yeah. That would be cool. Yeah. Man, you got to make this stuff happen. All right. You got the deep pockets over here.
Well, no. I don't have. I can pay to get you. You have to get here on your own, but I would get the panel set up.
Oh, okay. All right. You know what? I have a big retainer, buddy. All right. It's 5 figures at least for me to even look in your direction. All right. This is how this relationship goes.
No.
Yeah. I don't know if you could afford my fund, man. Look, I told you earlier, I'm talking to you on a stack of $100 bills for a telephone. Okay, I'm not sure I got time for this. Yeah.
Oh, you got 5 books stacked on top of each other, and you're sitting on your book-made throne with your 5 stacks.
Exactly. I'm like that. Yeah. I'm just surrounded by books. Yeah. Just NBA Jam all the time.
Oh, you make Bill Gates look like a tiny tiger toy.
Oh no, man! Yeah, he's Bill Gates compared to me. He's a jobber. All right. Yeah. I'm yeah. He can't compare to this NBA Jam money.
Oh yeah, you know that Tiger Games NBA Jam. Wait, that's Windows 10
Oh
in my
gosh.
eyes.
Wait, what was that?
No, like that, like no. I'm just saying, like, oh, that's just Windows 10s in your eyes.
Oh yeah. Oh, of course. Yeah. Windows 10 is nothing. Yeah. Have you read the NBA Jam book? Because there's an NBA Jam book. Yeah, I bet Bill Gates would be into it. Actually, you know what? You haven't. I'm not sure if you've read the book yet or not, but Bill Gates makes a cameo in the book too. So Bill Gates is in there.
Oh, he is. That's funny.
He is, man. Yeah, he's actually part of a story that's told in the book. Bill Gates does make an appearance.
But have you? Did he actually like read? Do you know if he read your book or got a copy of your book?
Oh no. This is just This was something where there's a story involving Bill Gates and Mark Turmell, the creator of NBA Jam, that's in the book. So I would be highly surprised if Bill Gates even knows what NBA Jam is, much less my book. It would be cool though.
Does the creator? Well, I would hope that the guy who made NBA Jam has your book, right?
He does. I've sent him a couple of copies. I haven't heard much from him in terms of feedback, but he's always been really supportive. He's a very good dude, and I've been talking to him for years. It's weird. Like I've done about 10 interviews with him, and there've been long interviews too. So I've gotten to know him, but we've never met in person, even after all this time.
How do you get in contact with someone like that to get an interview with them?
Yeah. So typically, what I do is I track down people with social media. Is one big place I start. Go try to find their Facebook or their LinkedIn. I try to find a company that they work at or they work for. Or try to find an email address. You can try to find them on a company website if there's profiles, like an employee directory. There's all kinds of ways to find these people. But I think, I probably talked to him on Facebook years ago, like 2012, 13, like back when I had an idea for something else that was NBA Jam related. And then the book ended up happening in 2015. So I've known him for many years now. It's been interesting kind of getting to know him, even though I don't know him intimately. You know what I mean? It's like we know each other, but he's never even met me.
I mean,
but he's a good dude.
I gotta give you props, man, for doing this, man. I mean, look, you finally did it. The first time I met you, it was happening, and now it happened, and now it's getting out there, and you're autographing it, and you're doing all this stuff. It's just like, wow, man, congratulations.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you. It was a very long time. It was 4 years total that I worked on this thing. So in some ways, it still doesn't feel real because I'm like, okay, I know I got to still work on it. Like, because I've been working on it for so long, or I have to do this interview, or I have to check this fact, or I have to go and add this sentence or add this phrase. Yeah. I mean, it's amazing, man. Things are possible. Things are possible if you work hard and wait. Like, you have to have a lot of patience with stuff like this, like a big project. The big thing is, like, if you ever work on something, like, just commit and see it to the end, because it's really hard when, it's not very sexy. Like, when it's just you transcribing or having to come, I would actually go into my office and I'd stay there late and be in another room over there, like a huddle room. I'd work, or I'd go in there on the weekends just so I could be by myself. I would do interviews in mornings and nights. Like, it was, I would just be like squeezing in time after work wherever I could. It was very tough. Don't get me wrong, but in the end, it was all worth it because all this would not have been possible. Mark Turmell, such an amazing person I met through this. Like, this guy is legitimately a genius. If you ask me, like, coming up with NBA Jam and NFL Blitz and these classics, this guy's mind is on the next level. And he was able to open up to me, and he talked to me about his life, and I got to know him. That was like an amazing side effect. So I've had so many amazing side effects for it. That's like, okay, 4 years is a long time, but I finally graduated. I went to NBA Jam school for 4 years, and then finally in 2019 I graduated. It was a very long road, though. Very long road.
I didn't, obviously I haven't made a book, but I actually put on my second panel didn't make DVD because I never even got videotaped, but I actually had a live event, a Beyblade tournament I filmed on DVD that I made, and I had my first panel on DVD. So that's like something. That's
awesome, man. Good for you. No, the thing is that, like, you have to just keep making moves. Like, when you, like, there's no way that you could, like, I was actually looking at these old articles I did. Like, I did my first article in 2008, and I didn't get paid anything for it. I didn't get paid anything for a lot of articles, but I like slowly worked myself up or worked my way up. I went from like the local places. I was in like Wired, Rolling Stone, Spin Magazine, Complex, The Atlantic. Really, I was hustling, and I wrote for probably like 50 places over the years. American Airlines In-Flight Magazine. Like, I was really trying to get out there, and I talked to thousands of people and did thousands of interviews in that time where I was where you are in terms of that position. But, you know, it's like a day at a time. Like, I knew I wanted to do something big eventually, but it takes a lot of work to get there. So, yeah, man, good for you for making those moves with the DVD. I hope that, like, whatever the next step is for that for you, you go ahead and you follow that, because the follow through is really where things count.
Yeah, I mean the thing is though is that I'm not like the DVD is like for people who like want it. Like I asked, if I like bring it up and if they want a copy, I'll be like, okay, yeah, I can send you a copy if you want. But I'm not like sending him like through a store or anything online, because like I don't know if I'm not saying legal to sell them, but like I just like to play it safe.
Yeah. No, I understand what you mean. Yeah. But as long as you stay productive, man, good for you for your podcast. Congratulations. 109 episodes is a long time to do it. Like, do you do something new every week, twice a week? How often do you do new episodes?
I upload the episodes every week, but I record whenever. But I upload them every single Wednesday. So as long as I have an episode for that Wednesday that week, then I'm good.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. Good for you. That's a lot to go through. So you're making it happen.
So I know you wanted to wrap this up by 8:15 my time, but what is there anything you want to ask me before we had to close it up?
Man, I want to send you a copy of the book, and I would love to hear your thoughts on it. You know what? Even if you like just go through, and I'm going to send you over the PDF version as well as the other formats. But even if you just go through and Control F for a few games in there, I guarantee you're going to learn something. Like if you look up, let's say NFL Blitz or Smash TV or Mortal Kombat or something like that, you're going to find some cool stuff out. So, no, man, thank you so much for having me on and for always being so supportive. I really appreciate it. And I'm definitely going to put this poll on Twitter after we get off here. And I'm going to ask whose hair is better, Paul or Guile. And we're going to find out. So you went with Paul. I'm going with Guile. So I'm going to have to mention that in the tweet too. So, man, it's yeah. What were you going to say?
If you like, no, I was going to ask you, do you mind if you want me to put both of your episodes on DVD, put it in a CD case and sign it for you?
Oh, I love it, man. I appreciate it. You know what? At some point later on down the line, if we ever meet in person, I would love that. If we met in person, I would love that.
Yeah, because I can mail it to you.
Yeah.
If you want.
The thing is, though, is that I wouldn't have a place to play them just yet. But yeah, well, the thing is that if I meet you in person, that'll be a memento of my meeting with you. That's going to be a bucket list thing. So yeah, we gotta figure that out. Someday we gotta cross paths.
Yeah, well, you're from Ohio, right?
I am over in Columbus.
Oh man, here's the funny thing. Okay, so if this all goes down the way it's supposed to, I don't know if it's actually going to happen. This is just running in my mind, but I have a friend. I have a friend who I'm not going to. I mean, like they've been on the podcast before, but I'm not going to bring this all up. But I'm not going to bring the whole thing up. I'm just blatantly. I have a friend who is planning to get married in Ohio. So if I happen to be there and it happens to be near Columbus, dude.
Yeah, man, hit me up. I've got a barcade that we can go to, and absolutely. I'll bring over. I'll get you some NBA Jam swag too.
NBA Jam.
Yeah, man, absolutely. No. Well, definitely. Hopefully, all the social distancing stuff will be done by then, and we can get a burger together or something.
Yeah, I mean, I'm straight edge, so I don't drink, but I would love to grab like a burger and fries with you, man, and a milkshake probably.
Yeah, man. I don't really drink. I drink amaretto sours on occasion. I love like girly drinks, as people call them. Like I love amaretto sours. So when it comes to drinks, that's the kind of thing that I'm into. it's either amaretto sours or shots. Like there's not a lot of room for in between with me. It's like either we're going all in, which is very rare for me, or we're just sipping some amaretto sours over here. So that said, though, I love burgers even more than I love amaretto sours, and I love amaretto sours a lot.
Well, this has been epic. This has been awesome. Let me do my outro and I'll let you do yours. Thank you everyone for listening to episode 109 of Cyber Timebite. You can follow me on Facebook at Cyber Timebite. Follow me on Twitter at NostalgiaVamp. Make sure to buy my merchandise at Crash Steven Gear on Redbubble.com. No, I said that wrong. Find my merch on Redbubble.com under Crash Steven Gear, or even the spork is the most powerful of them all. You can just literally buy my merch. Just like it'd be cool. You could buy you have your NBA Jam stuff, man. I have my spork stuff. So if you want that, just I'll link you.
You're making moves, man. This is great. That's awesome. Actually, you know what? Before we go, I do have a question for you.
Yeah, what's up?
Could you do some Mortal Kombat ASMR for me? Just because in the last episode we talked about Mortal Kombat ASMR.
Yeah, I can. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Let me. Let's get some. Can I get a fatality?
Fatality.
God.
Get over here.
I love it. Yeah. Finish you. Yeah.
No. Or in these times, stay over there.
Yeah. 6 feet distance. Social distancing. Yeah.
Friendship.
Yeah. Get over there. Yeah. Please join my Zoom meeting.
I am Scorpion. Join my Zoom meeting. God of Thunder.
There we go. I love it. Yeah, man. You got to make that Mortal Kombat ASMR happen. There's an audience out there for that. There's got to be.
No. I don't have Mortal Kombat cosplay, but I should get like an Ermac Scorpion or Sub-Zero cosplay. Put that on and just make videos of me just in the cosplay, just going like, get over here.
This is it. Yeah, man. Look, you need to add this to the line. Maybe if you can have some spork stuff in there too, you could really make this thing sing. You could really make it work.
I mean, like,
yeah.
Does ASMR get over though? Like, does that really get over?
Yeah, man. People love that. I mean, unfortunately, as far as I know, you're not a very attractive woman, so that is definitely working against your favor. For getting over with your ASMR on, let's say, YouTube. But no, man, there's still like crazy amounts of people that love ASMR. There's a big amount of people out there that love ASMR. So I can't say I've ever listened to it, but ever listened to it beyond being like, okay, this is interesting. But it's a cool idea.
Yeah,
so
it's
yeah.
Well, man, funny enough, I actually if when this gets uploaded, if the pandemic's over, it won't really matter at that point. But if it isn't over by the point this is uploaded, make sure to go buy my mask too, because I have masks.
That's awesome. You got masks too, man. That's great. Yeah, look at you. You're making moves out here. Yeah, man. So just to get my stuff in, yeah, NBA Jam the book. Look it up on Amazon. Look it up on bossfightbooks.com. Come follow me on Twitter at NBA Jam Book or at NBA Jam Book on Instagram. And keep on listening to Cyber Timebite. It rocks. I'm going to listen to the Psycho Sid episode tomorrow.
Yeah, and get back and tell me what you think of it after after you're done with it.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Well, for me, I want to thank you all for listening, and I hope all of you have a great day. Have a nice one.
Peace.